Hi, welcome to the National Annual Meeting virtual reception for all Hyatt Venture-based alumni associations. We're getting ready to kick this virtual reception off, and we're going to hear from all 4 Hyatt Venture-based alumni associations. So here we go.
Thanks. I'm Mike Johnson, General Manager of the Seabase. We're coming to you from a brand new 46-foot Newton dive special made possible through a generous donor. There are many people that make the Seabase operate and support our programs, including SABAFA. I wanted to take a moment to say thank you to SABAFA for all the support they are giving this spring, summer, for our seasonal staff. Gift baskets, helping out with staff training, we could not do it without you. Also wanted to say that the Seabase will have the biggest year on record this year. We operated last summer, last fall, holiday season, spring. We will serve over 15,000 young men and women from all across the country. We appreciate your support. Here's to you, Christine.
Thank you, Michael. There are definitely exciting things happening at Seabase, and we are very excited that this summer is just about to kick off. My name is Christine Speed, and I am the president of the Seabase Alumni and Friends Association. Thank you all for joining us for this exceptionally special event. We have all had strange and unique experiences this last year, and the opportunity for us to see familiar faces and friends from all over the nation is truly wonderful. I'd like to start off by thanking our very valued membership for supporting our missions and programs in such generous ways, even in light of this difficult year that we've all experienced. Also, I would absolutely be remiss if I didn't thank our fantastic board and operating committees for your dedication and volunteerism. You are so very appreciated. They are all truly a band of merry pirates. In addition, the support of the full-time staff at Seabase has created an amazing partnership that collaboratively works very hard to support seasonal staff members on so many levels. We just couldn't do what we do without you and the hard work and service that you provide in scouting. Thank you, friends. The mission of the Seabase Alumni and Friends Association is to support current Seabase staff and the programs that they deliver, connecting past and present staff members to each other, and to help advance the overall mission of the Boy Scouts of America. We are fulfilling this mission in the following ways. Each year, we provide seasonal staff at Seabase with their very own hydration devices, aka water bottles. We also provide welcome baskets for the staff living quarters to help provide some basic necessities to help make the summer that much more comfortable. We like to provide staff sparklers at each base location to help keep spirits high and our dear staff feeling extra appreciated. We also provide a service to our staff during our staff training week with some of our membership on site, in person, with uniform distribution, training opportunities, and just general help called upon by us by the Seabase. Lastly, is our very proud privilege to offer 4 $1,000 educational scholarships we award each August to each Sommers set of seasonal staff member applicants. Last year, we had the privilege of awarding these scholarships to 4 amazing young people that you can read about on our website. It's very hard for us to just pick 4, so we are working very hard to grow our staff scholarship funds. And speaking of funds, we find financial support to fund these services to the seasonal staff in several ways. Our 1980 Club is a method to donate to SABAFA through a monthly $19.80 automatically withdrawn donation. 1980 is the year that Seabase was officially opened by Sam Wampler, the first general manager, in partnership with the Boy Scouts of America. It's an easy way to help our annual fund with a small monthly donation. Donors receive a 1980 Club sticker and the chance each December to be in a drawing for a Yeti cooler. Thank you, PSA friends, for this genius idea. We love it, and it helps our programs greatly. Also, in 2020, we launched our Sextant Stargazer Legacy Fellowship. This donation benefits local councils as well as SABAFA. Donors who give a $1,000 James E. West donation to their local council, as well as a $1,000 Sextant Stargazer donation to our organization will help be a part of growing and endowing our scholarship program in perpetuity. These donations can be paid out over a year and will be awarded with a James E. West knot and the Sextant Stargazer Award certificate and a device to be worn on that knot. Please contact us directly if you're interested in learning more about this particular award. We also offer ways to help donate to our Welcome Basket project and participate in the Global Day of Giving, also known as Giving Tuesday initiative that happens each November. Stay tuned, more information to come on all of those. All of these options and much more information can be found on our website, so please check them out. During 2020, our organization experienced some notable lows and some highs. I would like to take the time to honor two of our finest members. Our dear friend and board member, Charlie Garwood, passed away after a short illness, leaving a hole in our hearts and in the hearts of his family and his many friends in the scouting community. Charlie was proud of his scouting involvement. He's an Eagle Scout who loved both Sea Base and Philmont. He was a friend to all, loved to laugh and smile, enjoyed his cats and dogs, was passionate about fly fishing, barbecue, and seafood. His commitment to serving others, dedication to the Scout Oath and Law, and passion for life made an impact on thousands of people. Charlie Garwood's earthly presence left us in August, but his legacy lives on. Go forth, do good, be good. Do it for Charlie Garwood. Also in 2020, our dear friend and one of the founding members of our organization, Nancy Wells, officially retired from her role as the Sea Base Registrar after serving as the longest tenured employee at Sea Base. That's 30 years. Please join me in congratulating Nancy on her retirement as registrar, our treasurer, our friend, and our biggest cheerleader. Nancy has been the gateway to young men and women seeking ocean adventures of a lifetime. If you've signed your unit up for Sea Base or have ever visited the Isla Morada location, chances you've spoken to Nancy. She has been a huge part of the behind the scenes magic that makes all Sea Base adventures possible. To honor her legacy at Sea Base, SABAFA has proudly named our staff scholarship program the Nancy Wells Staff Scholarship. Thank you, Nancy. We all truly love you. We wish you well in your future endeavors and best wishes to you and Jim in your recent nuptials. Lastly, I would like to invite all of you to be a part of our proud organization. We are uniquely created to have not only past staff be eligible to join, but we also have another category, Friends of Sea Base. This category is open to participants, visitors, scouters, friends and family of scouting, also of Sea Base, and those that just love and support high adventure in general. We would love to have you. Membership allows you to help support the dedicated staff of Sea Base on lots of levels. Attend our reunions in the Florida Keys, as well as regional reunions around the US. You will have access to our newsletter and communications and just be a part of a really great organization. Please check us out. We would love to stay connected with you, and there are many ways to do that. Lastly, to our friends at the Summit, Northern Tier, and Philmont, we have truly amazing partnerships. Thank you for that. Best wishes to all of you, hoping that each and every one of you have an amazing summer. And as we say at Sea Base, fair seas and following winds. And now we're going to head back out west to our friends at Philmont. Take care.
Thanks, Christine. Now we're going to head back over to the summit and hear from Matt.
Hi, my name is Matt Reinick. I'm the Director of Outdoor Adventures here at the Summit Vector Reserve. Welcome to the Ruby Welcome Center, the first point of entry for any scouter who's going to be coming to SVR. Tonight, we're here to talk about the Summit Vector Reserve Staff Association, as well as all of the exciting news and things that are going to be taking place here at the Summit this summer. So first and foremost, we have a really exciting summer ahead of us in 2021. We operated a full summer in 2020 with no communicable spread of the COVID-19 virus, and we're really proud of that. We had over 4,000 scouts and scouters who participated here over the course of the year and had a very safe and successful summer, and we're definitely planning on doing it again in 2021. Some things that are coming forward. Well, first and foremost, we have a huge summer ahead of us as far as SBR is concerned. We have over 4,500 participants registered to come and participate in our summer programs. Those are things like the James C. Justice National Scout Camp, the Summit Experience, some of our other legacy programs that we've had over the course of time, such as the Polaris ATV Experience, the Bike Packing Experience, and of course, our very well used and popular River Experience. Those events are the ones that we've had here for a number of years. We do have a couple of exciting new programs that are going to be coming your way as well. The first one is our Pack and Paddle Experience. It's our first entry into hiking and backpacking at SBR. So as a part of that program, you're going to get here, you're going to hike about 40 miles over the course of 4 days, as well as take the Lower New River, the express trip, do a half day on the Lower New, rapids 3 to 4 plus, and culminate all of that with a big zip. So we're really excited about that program. We're piloting it in 2021 and encourage you to help us promote that in 2022 as we're opening that up to 2 treks a week. The other program that we're really excited about is revitalizing our marksman program, our marksman experience. That program was our most popular focus program, and we did away with those a couple of years ago because there wasn't a ton of usage, but we felt that there was value in bringing back the marksman program. So we're offering it for 1 week this year in 2021, and we're building it into 2 weeks in 2022. Our hope is that we can find enough folks that are really excited about shooting sports and doing some of the things that are perhaps off the beaten path or not provided during traditional summit programming, such as the 1,000-yard range and crossbows. Those are going to be programs that are specific to the marksman experience. You get to camp in a site that very few other people have up in the barrels, and work with our world-class shooting sports staff and shooting sports facility to really hone in your targeting skills, if you will, and have a great experience with those folks. So those are just some of the programs that we're offering here at SBR in 2021.
Hi, we're in the historic railroad town of Thurmond. This would be along day 2 of the Pack and Paddle program that we have here. During this day, we would pass through the historic town, look at some of the old sites and buildings and foundations of old industry, as well as hike along some of the old tracks. Some of the old foundations and old buildings that are still here is the National Bank of Thurmond and the foundation from the Dunglen Hotel, which used to have 100 rooms. This used to be a very large town and now only has about 50 residents currently. One of the stops along the Pack and Paddle Trail.
I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about some other opportunities and things that are going on at the summit this summer. A couple of other programs that we're really excited about are Orion and Telescopium. Telescopium will be coming up first in mid-July, and that's an opportunity for scouts and scouters to come and participate here at the summit and provide some feedback for us and the Jamboree leadership so that we can help plan and prepare for the next Jamboree coming in the hopefully rather near future. While we don't have a date totally set for that yet, we definitely value insight and feedback from volunteers, from scouters, and from folks from all around the country to provide us insight as to what that next Jamboree should look like so that it meets the needs of our changing populace and scouting family. The other program is the Orion Project. The Orion Project is taking the place of what would have been the 2021 National Jamboree. So we wanted to provide an opportunity for those scouts who were really excited about coming to the Jamboree, who obviously missed out on that experience and maybe aging out or otherwise. And so we've put together 2 one-week programs where they'll get a lot more focused time in our program areas, a half day in each of our 10 hot adventure areas. And they'll get a half-day whitewater trip included in that as well. So we're really excited about both Telescopium and the Orion project. The next thing I wanted to bring to your attention is going to be our staffing needs. We still have some staffing needs, and I realize we're kind of starting staff week now as we share this with you, but we do still have some positions available. And so just wanted to let everybody know that they could still help us get the word out and help us hire some seasonal staff for SBR. We have positions like base camp staff. We still have a couple of counselor positions and high adventure positions. So if you have any folks that are 18 years of age or older who might be interested in working at the summit this summer, or for the future as well, always helping us to recruit high quality staff is something that we really lean on our scouting family to push for us and make sure that we have enough staff to support our summer. We're looking pretty darn good, but we do have a few final positions that we'd like to fill, and we just ask for your help. You can send them to summitbsa.org/jobs to apply today. So all that being said, I'm going to toss it over to Andrew Miller, who is one of our vice presidents of the SBRSA, to give us a little bit more detail on some of the specifics of what they're doing this summer, how they're helping to support our seasonal staff, and some other exciting news. So with that being said, Andrew, take it away.
Thanks, Matt. I'm Andrew Miller, Vice President of Membership for the SBR Staff Association, and there's a lot going on at the Summit. The SBR Staff Association covers all aspects of the Summit's program: seasonal staff, jamboree staff, special event staff, and training center staff. And we have over 900 members, including 380 life members. Our focus is on supporting the seasonal staff, and through that support, helping SBR attract and retain exceptional blueberries. And the importance of a great staff was so clear last summer when SBR operated through the pandemic with no community spread of the virus on site. The staff was agile and positive throughout, and that more than deserves our appreciation and support. We support the seasonal staff in three major ways: staff gifts, staff scholarships, and special projects. For staff gifts, each staff member receives an SBRSA Nalgene. Third-year staffers get a Leatherman pocket tool, and fifth-year staffers receive an Osprey backpack. We're proud for them to display their SBRSA pride. For staff scholarships, we provided over $16,000 of scholarships last year, and our members support staff scholarships in multiple ways. First, we have our 37 Degree North Society, where life members pledge $37 per quarter to support scholarships. Second, we have our poster program. Historic scouting posters decorate the walls of SBR's new buildings, and staff association members can sponsor them for a 2-year period. This is the first year we have done this, and we have already raised over $20,000 for scholarships through this program alone. Third, we have our special scholarships, like the Dr. Pete Myers Memorial Scholarship, in honor of Dr. Pete, a strong supporter of SBR and its staff who passed away last year. For special projects, we sponsored the Staff Camp Concrete Pad Program, which provides 120 permanent tent platforms for our seasonal staff, featuring the 20th century amenity of electricity, which now in the 21st century is a necessity. You don't need to be a member of the Staff Association to support our staff. Visit sbrstaff.org/donate to learn about all the different ways you can support the summer's great crop of blueberries. Looking forward to this coming year, we are excited to expand our leadership team to include representatives of each national service territory. If you've served on staff at the Summit Bechtel Reserve, we invite you to join us. Visit sbrstaff.org for more information, and we look forward to seeing you in wild and wonderful West Virginia soon.
Thanks, Andrew. The full-time staff and all of the blueberries and seasonal staff here at SBR are incredibly grateful for the work and service that the SBRSA provides, and the things that you just outlined are a great testament to all of the SBRSA members and their dedication to the scouting program and all that we do to support our seasonal staff to ensure that they can continue the mission of supporting our youth at the Summit Bechtel Reserve at camp during the summer and year-round, quite honestly. I wanted to call special attention to the Summer of Service. The Summer of Service is a really important component service in general is a really important component to the Summit Bechtel Reserve, and we want to make sure that we do our part. So service is a key component to many, if not all, of our programs. Each unit is offered an opportunity to participate in a service project or conservation project during their stay. We even have the Sustainability Award here, something that we encourage folks to work towards, and that does involve a service component. But in addition to that, COVID-19 provided some challenges for us with regard to being able to go out into the community, and we're not entirely sure that we're going to be able to get into the community this year, but we are definitely going to do our part and participate. And one special project that I'd like to call to attention is specifically the river experience. Those crews that are out on the river do their part and participate in the community in picking up trash along the New River, which is recognized and is incredibly powerful to help continue to build and foster relationships in the community. River guides and rafting companies and all sorts of folks from Southern West Virginia notice the work that our crews do on a weekly basis to help keep things clean on the river and do our part to make sure that we're leaving it better than we found it. So the Summer of Service, an incredibly important component of SBR, and just wanted to let you know that we're excited to do our part and appreciate whatever you can do as an SBR SA member to participate in an individual service project, a family service project, things that you can do in your local community, help pitch in and continue to develop scouting relationships in your communities or at SBR.
Hello everyone, my name's Rob Sider, and I would like to welcome you to the Summit Bechtel Reserve's newest offering here at the Reserve. This is our Family Adventure Camp. With the help of our ALC staff, our seasonal staff, and our facility staff, we've worked on constructing 20 of our deluxe luxury tents for your family's enjoyment. Each one of these tents will have a queen-size bed, 2 bunk beds, along with a nightstand and a rocking chair for your nighttime enjoyment here on the nice front porch. Along with that, you'll have a lot of the amenities of home with electrical service inside the tent, along with Wi-Fi.
All right, wow. We've covered a lot this evening so far, and there's still just a few more things left to cover. I wanted to call special attention to the BSA Family Adventure Camp that's going to be taking place here at the Summit this summer. It's a new program for us, and we're really excited to kick things off. We've got 20 deluxe luxury tents. We've got bare bones tents. You could lodge in, excuse me for stuttering, you could lodge in one of our dorm rooms or even up at Yamagata Lodge, which is a hotel-style accommodation. So we have accommodations that will accommodate just about any type of family that wants to come to the Summit and see what we have to offer. We've got some great programs scheduled, but remember, this is a program that's going to be unlike any other. We want you to have some downtime. We want you to go out and explore the community as well as take advantage of what the Summit has to offer. And SBRSA members are going to have a special discount that they can come and participate here at SBR at a discounted rate, as well as all alumni. So we encourage you to consider coming at that discounted rate. We'll get you the discount code during the course of this presentation tonight. But come see us, come stay in one of our deluxe tents. They're out of this world, something like you've never seen in the scouting family before, and a great program opportunity to come and do the big zip with your family, or go do some shotgun shooting, check out Action Point, and that's just scratching the surface. So check out Family Adventure Camp at summitbsa.org. In closing, we are incredibly grateful for all of our alumni groups, and especially the SBRSA and all that they do to support our summer staff and our facility here in Southern West Virginia. So once we get through the rest of the presentations, We're going to transition out into breakout rooms, and so we encourage you to stick around to socialize with our SBRSA committee, as well as myself. I'll be there, and we'll chit-chat and hang out and answer any additional questions that you might have. So sit back, relax, watch the rest of the presentation. We'll toss it back over to Philmont now and get into the rest of the presentations. Thank you so much. Stay safe, wear a mask, wash your hands, and summon on. We'll see you around the campfire this summer.
Thanks, Matt. Now we're going to head over to Northern Tier and hear from Eric.
My name is Eric Peterson. I'm president of the Charles L. Sommers Alumni Association. I'm here with John Van Dries. He's the general manager of Northern Tier, and we are standing outside the lodge at the Charles L. Sommers National High Adventure Base. And so we're going to kick it off. John is going to tell us about some of the great things happening this summer up here at Northern Tier. And take it away, John.
Thanks, Eric. Yeah, we're pretty excited about this summer as it's turning out for us. Lots of you probably know that we've been sort of paddling into a headwind this last year with some of the different issues going on, and unfortunately we are not able to open the Canadian bases again this year. But on the other hand, we have an awesome summer planned for here at the Charles L. Sommers base. We actually are expecting somewhere in the neighborhood of 6,000 adults and youth coming through here for high adventure treks this summer, which will be an all-time record by a long shot for this base's capacity. So our staff's really excited about it. We're still recruiting staff. We're in a pretty great place right now, but if you know some friends or you have some acquaintances that might be interested, put in a little plug for that. And then lastly, what I really want to do is just thank all of you members of the Alumni Association for just the tremendous support that you've given us over the years. The work weekends, the education, help with our training activities, and the scholarships to help us get staff returning each year. All of these things are just tremendous help to preserve the culture that has been cultivated over all these years here at Northern Tier. I think you all know that the quality of the experience really comes down to our staff, and the interpreter especially that's with each crew means so much to how well scout and leaders enjoy their experience up here. And for that, we thank you. I always tell the staff that we're privileged to stand on the shoulders of the giants that came before us, and I truly believe that. And just thanks so much for all of your support. Eric?
So we're here in the canoe yard. You can see all these canoes. There's actually 593 canoes. If you stretch those canoes end to end, that would go for a little bit over 2 miles. So each of these canoes are waiting for scouts to come in and take them out this summer. During the peak here in June, there probably won't be a canoe on the rack. They're all going to be out on the water. So it's going to be a great season here up at Northern Tier. All right, well, one thing happening this summer is the BSA Summer of Service. And this weekend is actually our annual Red Renner Memorial Work Week, where alumni come really from all over the country up to the base here to provide service and support for the program. We do a lot of service projects around the base, which you'll be seeing. Right now, I'm here with Jim Barrett. So Jim is an alumni from the 70s. He's also a retired from the U.S. Forest Service. And so, Jim, tell us about the projects that you've been working on.
Sure. In 1999, we had a huge, massive blowdown on July 4th. And it blew down a lot of our big red and white pine trees that we had growing on the base. So since then, I've been working on this project with alumni and the base staff to try and restore those pine trees that we lost. And here's a red pine that the staff is helping me, it's helping plant these trees. And we've planted over in the 22 years since the blowdown, we've planted hundreds of seedlings and some bigger trees too, like the saplings, like this one. And it's been a real learning experience. It's been a real challenge because of the deer predation and rabbit predation, and going through a drought cycle, and also learning about the competition from other tree species such as the balsam fir we have here. It really shades out a lot of the trees trees we plant, so we have to cut those down and get some more light down into where we plant the seedlings.
Yeah. That's great, Jim. And what's really neat about this is that, this will benefit the scouts that are here in 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now. And, 40 years from now, this tree will be, way up in the sky there, and it'll look fantastic. So really appreciate all the work that you've been doing and helping out the base with this project over the years. So thanks a lot.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
All right.
Thank you.
So the program, which is now Northern Tier, has its origins in 1923 when the first scout group from Winton, Minnesota headed out into what is now the Boundary Waters Wilderness Canoe Area under the leadership of Carlos Chase, who originated the program, which then became Region 10 Canoe Trails, then became the Charles L. Sommers Wilderness Canoe Base, which then became what we know today as Northern Tier High Adventure. So I'm here now with author Dave Kinney. One of the projects we have to chronicle the history of that 100 years of wilderness canoeing, of scout wilderness canoeing, is to put together a book that goes over that history. And so Dave is with us, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting to hear from Dave what he's learned about the program and over these looking over these past 100 years.
So you want me to put it into just like the 100 years of history into like a little paragraph or something?
Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of more of like just kind of what you've kind of your takeaways of the program, and
right.
Well, how it is today. I mean, when you think about it, the canoe trips, it's once you're out on the canoe trip, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the start is completely different, right? Because you started out at the old sawmill landing in Winton, right on Fall Lake, and today you start off in this fantastic facility. But as soon as you hit that water, you're out in the same wilderness. You got fancier equipment, right? You got Kevlar instead of wood canvas, but it's the same.
Well, that is probably the thing that hits me hardest about this, is that almost by definition, because you've got people heading out into the wilderness that has been pretty well protected over the past 100 years. People are doing the same thing that they were doing at the very beginning. You're right. And that is unique, I think, among a lot of scouting programs, because the place that the scouts are going hasn't changed, which is a wonderful testament about what this area is. And so as a historian, that's very striking, because you're often looking for change over time. And in one really important and big respect here, there hasn't been a whole lot of change. So in coming up with ways to tell the story, then you have to be looking more at the place itself that the scouts are launching from, and things have changed a lot here over the years.
Yeah.
From my standpoint, it is pretty impressive that the alumni here, basically the large number of people who have come through this place over the years, have taken the history of this place pretty seriously. And so over the years, there have been 2 previous histories written about this place, and you don't find that too often in the scouting community, or basically in society at large. People don't think in those terms, that what is happening now, what happened 20, 40, 50 years ago was all that important. Mm-hmm. So for me, it was, in one respect, a real benefit to have that previous work to start with. On the other hand, you have to always be careful as the new guy trying to tell the story, to realize that in most cases, previous attempts to do the history sometimes don't get things completely right. So it's sort of the fun part of the job for me to use those previous storytelling efforts and figure out where the handed down knowledge, the accepted knowledge, maybe isn't quite accurate or isn't quite complete. And that's been one of the fun parts for me so far on this project.
Yeah. Plus, I think the other thing too is that, I mean, a lot of things, so we learned something that happened that, we didn't even know. Mm-hmm. I mean, like we just recently learned about the Eagle Scout canoe trips of 1930, where they invited, Region 10 invited Eagle Scouts and other, kind of distinguished scouters to come in and take these trips. Mm-hmm. And so that's actually being incorporated into the 100th season and 100th anniversary programs to, basically recreate those trips. And so, and it was just sort of happenstance that we even learned about that. It was a couple old ladies went into one of the scout offices in South Dakota and said, "Hey, I have this, photo book and journal book, from my dad's trip," or, and that made its way over, and, things just continually pop up. So it's really fascinating, yeah. Actually.
And when you find out something like that story, that's a jumping off place to go, well, is there more stuff like that? Mm-hmm. And in the research I've been able to do, I've been able to sort of fill in some additional gaps there about some trips that were taken even before that, in the mid to late 20s. And so it is this process of discovery in the storytelling, and we're in the middle of it. We're not done yet.
All right, well, I'm really looking forward to seeing this book come together, and I'm sure all of our alumni will really look forward to reading it. And we're hoping to have it published in time for our 100th season, so it'll be available here in the Trading Post right behind us, and, of course, be able to get it, I'm sure, from our website as well. So that's going to be a great,
I think we're on track.
Read. Yeah, so it'll be good. All right. Well, thanks, Dave.
Sure thing.
All right.
I'm Dick Shank, and this is Randy Childers. We're alumni members. We're involved with an annual work project week at Northern Tier. We pick up on projects that the base needs to have done and doesn't have the time or resources on most of the bodies to complete. At the moment, we're doing a cosmetic and minor structural improvement to the Sandy Bridges Program Center. We've also done a remodel of a bathroom in the staff lounge. You can talk about that, Randy.
Yeah, we've just started completely from scratch, building a new staff restroom in the lounge. Great project. Just about to wrap that up, working on some of the staff lockers and replacing some windows and doors. And just basically picking up some carpentry projects here and there, along with other projects.
And we've done some work on signage around the base, refurbishing that and installing new signage, some roofing projects. We got eager volunteers who are willing to self-start and get the work done with minimal supervision.
For food, for raiment, for life and opportunity, for sun and rain, for water and portage trails, for friendship and fellowship, we thank thee, O Lord. Amen.
So I hope you've enjoyed seeing what's happening here at Northern Tier today. We've had a lot of alumni up here putting in their sweat equity during our work week. We have heard from John Van Dries, the general manager, about this upcoming summer, which sounds like to be a record-breaking year here at the Charles L. Sommers base. And I'd like to thank all you out there for everything you do for scouting, especially all of our alumni who continue to support scouting and being engaged in the program here, but also back in their home councils as well. So thanks everybody, and now we'll hand it on back to Philmont.
Hello! Welcome to Philmont Scout Ranch. My name is Dolly O'Neill, Executive Director of the Philmont Staff Association, and we're sitting out here today on a beautiful springtime day right in front of our office next door to the National Scouting Museum, and we are so excited for the summer here at Philmont Scout Ranch. In the next few weeks, we are having close to 1,500 staff members roll in, and we are just loving the energy that's coming along with our staff. And also that's exciting is that we're going to have close to 25,000 scouters here this summer, and so we're just here to be a supportive association to all of our staff and to Philmont Scout Ranch and support them with everything they need to have a successful summer. And one of the exciting things that we're doing this summer in the PSA is bringing back and rebooting our Amigo program. And the Amigo program is a pen pal exchange program where our association members send care packages to staff all over the departments and backcountry camps here at Philmont. And another exciting thing that's happening this summer is we're celebrating 50 years of the conservation department and having a PSA reunion. So we're so excited about the 50th anniversary and the conservation department here at Philmont Scout Ranch. But more on that here in a few minutes. Also, one thing that we are just excited to be doing year after year again will be giving out and awarding seasonal staff scholarships, which we've been doing for about 15-16 years for our seasonal staff. So we're just so excited of all the things that we're doing this summer here with the PSA and at Philmont. And I'm going to kick it off to Roger, and he's going to talk more about this summer and the exciting things that are happening summer 2021 at Philmont.
Hello, I'm Roger Hoyt, General Manager of Philmont Scout Ranch, and as you can see, I'm in the shadow of the Tooth of Time. Thanks for spending a little time with us here to learn about Philmont in 2021. First, we have staff onboarding even as we speak, about 300 seasonal staff in camp right now, being led by 85 full-time staff who are all preparing for over 30,000 visitors this summer. We have 2,500 crews that will be doing 36 different itineraries in the backcountry, anywhere from 60 miles to 110 miles over between 7 and 12 days. In addition, we've got about 500 individual participants that will be part of NAIL, OATC Trail Crew, and a lot of other individual programs that we have here on the ranch. We're also expecting to see about 1,700 in the conference center this summer alone. We think we'll have over 2,500 guests here by the time the year ends. And let's not forget the National Scouting Museum, which in 2019 saw over 30,000 guests in and of itself. We're excited to be able to do villa tours, to both serve trail-bound and homebound crews to the best of our ability within the safe guidelines set by the New Mexico Department of Health as well as the CDC. In fact, everyone in base camp will be very comfortable, will get very comfortable wearing a mask this summer because with so many people coming and going in a public place, well, it's the right thing to do. In addition to that, we will be cohorting all trail-bound crews. So trail-bound crews will get off the bus and they will stay in their cohorts until, well, throughout their trek experience, but particularly intensely between when they arrive at base camp and when they get to the trailhead. This means that they'll be eating in their campsites, they'll be doing all of their orientation with their ranger as a cohort, so they'll get very used to each other. Maybe that'll help all the crew dynamic issues that we've had in the past by the time they get out on the trail. Finally, there's a couple of great trail camp or staff camps that we've added. We built out the depot at Metcalf Station, so all the itineraries going through there are going to see a wonderful new building, depot, and learn a lot about the history of railroading here in northern New Mexico. In addition to that, we have a very limited number going through Cimarroncita, and that's going to be a wildlife conservation, hunter safety experience, but it's also going to be the doorway of all of our itineraries that go north to south and south to north. All of those itineraries will be guided through a very limited and safe section of the burn. However, we're just excited to be able to open up that itinerary in 2021. You know, finally, I'd just like to say we're excited to see you here this summer. We've been onboarding, as I said earlier, 300 seasonal staff. You're going to see this on May the 26th. By May the 29th, we'll have 1,350 seasonal staff here, eagerly awaiting campers that will arrive on June the 5th and 6th, hitting the trails on June the 7th. This is what we were built for. High adventure experiences that support the mission and the values of scouting, delivering high adventure experiences and adventures that last a lifetime. We're excited to serve you and can't wait to greet you here in 2021. Have a great day.
Directors, Sarah Burgess. And Sarah's going to talk about the 50th anniversary of the Conservation Department in the PSA reunion, as well as giving back into the community. Sarah, what do you have for us?
Greetings. I'm Sarah Burgess, National Board Member of the Philmont Staff Association and Chairwoman of the Conservation 50th Reunion Committee. Pleasure to join you all today. The PSA is happy to invite all members to its annual summer reunion, where we will celebrate 50+ years of the Philmont Conservation Department. For over 50 years, thousands who have served on the Philmont Conservation staff have delivered engaging and informative hands-on opportunities in stewarding the land to hundreds of thousands of scouts. After the 1965 Rayado Canyon flood that helped initiate the first department members until the most recent 2018 Ute Park fire, the land and natural resources of the ranch have been handed forward generation by generation of careful steward. As we all took a longer look at our local communities in the past year, we are glad to encourage people to give back and join the BSA's Summer of Service this year. Whether you're building trail with us at the ranch this summer or doing an activity with your local park or forest or coastline, we encourage you to get out there and give back. Join us this summer to celebrate the look back and the look forward to what the Philmont Conservation Department will accomplish next.
Thank you for tuning in.